Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Munce Report as we head into one of the biggest weeks on the racing calendar, Melbourne Cup Carnival kicking off on Saturday. It's been another big week for trainer Chris Munce, another winning week. Stable newcomer Vista Bell scored an impressive win last Friday night at the Sunshine Coast. And, mate, you must have no doubt been rapt with that result.
Good effort, Adam, really was. I mean, she was terribly unlucky first up, as we made mention of last week, and then second up, she just ran into a very, very hot race. That horse come out and won again last Saturday at Doom, and so the form around her was very strong. I think everything that was in that Class 3 at Doom's come out and won. So for her to drop back to a Class 2 at Caloundra and got out to $4, $5 was an incredible price. It was just it was certainly good to see her win the way she did.
Yeah, well placed and well ridden. Great to see her finish off that way, and well done to the new owners from Kratzy Racing. And we'll talk more about her shortly because she's preparing to back up this weekend. Also on the winning front, let's touch on your fourth consecutive week in the Unibet Punting League on fire. You tipped us into Halal winning the Bondi Stakes and very nearly another double. Animo was obviously narrowly unsuccessful in the Cox Plate, so well done. And everyone else has had their opinion on it. So give us your thoughts on the Cox Plate protest and what you thought there.
Oh, it was a no-brainer. I mean, he had to keep the race. We all got to get a bit emotional because it was a Cox Plate and all the rest of it. But the reality is, I mean, Animo had his chance to beat the winner, and he couldn't. The winner was only a slight brush. He had plenty of time when he got clear up the straight to be able to run the eventual winner down, and wasn't able to do it. He wasn't impeded. He wasn't stopped in his tracks or anything like that. It was just good competitive riding from John Allen, and QC Craig Williams couldn't get away with it. So it was. I think the result was correct. I think the stewards did the right thing, and the right winner won.
Very good. Very noble of you not to be speaking through the kick, but anyway, it was a winning week again with Halal winning the Bondi Stakes. So keep an eye out for Chris's best bets. As always, Unibet will be offering enhanced odds on those for all Munce Racing owners. And stay tuned. Also, Munce Racing owners will send out a special Chris's special Melbourne Cup tips on Monday as well. It was a busy week during the week, mate. You had quite a few stepping out at the Eagle Farm trials. Let's touch on some of those, maybe some horses to follow. Boom Sara, he finished second in the group and listed heat.
Really pleased with Boom. He trialled quite well, I thought. They didn't run as quick a time as the second heat with Zoustyle and Stampy, but all in all, he still went well. We just got to try and find the right race to kick him off in. I'm struggling just at the moment to find the right race to get him rolling in, but look, he seems to be racing as well as ever. And now we've just got to get him going. Very
good. Good to see him trial well. Also, Stampy, he finished third behind Zoustyle in one of the other group and listed heats.
Ran very fast time. And I wanted Stampy to have a good gallop. I still think as he's got older, he's a bit more robust and round, and he needed a good hit out there on Tuesday. So hence the reason he trialled the way he did. I thought Larry gave him a good rousing gallop. Probably looked after him a little bit the last 100 metres of the trial, but overall it was a good gallop, and he's going to improve a lot from it.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out on them in the coming weeks when they kick off their preps. There was also a couple of 2-year-olds that impressed, Swanito and Jukebox Glow, who were in the same trial.
Two nice horses, yeah, really nice. Swanito has always showing me a bit from when he first came in the stable. I liked him as a type, and I rang the breeder and the owners and just said that I was quite impressed with the horse that turned up as a youngster. And he's just continued to please me. He can be a bit hot and feisty, but he's a good galloper. And to see him trial the way he did on Tuesday was very pleasing. So I'm just not sure where we go with him yet, whether we go to the races or give him another trial. But I think going forward, he's a precocious 2-year-old, and he'll cop plenty of racing.
Okay, and Jukebox Glow was in the same heat. She was obviously a purchase from the Magic Moons that you bought earlier this year in January.
Yeah, lovely filly, really nice filly. I thought that she might go early, but she's pulled up shin sore after that trial, so she'll head to the paddock. But I really look forward to getting her back. I was pleasantly surprised to see her hit the line the way she did, in what was the fastest 2-year-old heat of the morning.
Yeah, sure. And I guess this comes back to what we mentioned last week when we were talking about incentivise. Obviously, nice for the owners to see them step out in these trials, but particularly with the babies, it's obviously some of them are still growing, and it's an important time in their development. If they're not ready to go to the races, you're happy to be patient with them.
Well, that's right. Like I can't afford to be running the risk of them going to the races when they're not ready. So out of the 4 I trialled on Tuesday, only 1 will go to the races. The other 3 will go back to the paddock and be given a bit more time to develop. I thought Money Bear, he's a nice horse that can gallop. I've seen him gallop on the track, but he needs to be gelded and given a bit more time. As the Headwater colt, Kintanami, he's a really nice horse as well, but he's just typical Headwater, just needs a little bit more time to mature. But I've seen enough of him on the track to know he can gallop.
Yeah, very good. Well, nice to see them step out regardless, and some of them might just wait for another day. We then move over to Pelisipan, who was second in one of the group enlisted heats over the 800 metres, and Smart Meteor also finished off nicely in the same trial.
Yeah, they both went really well, Adam. Pelisipan was quite fresh. She'd only had 1 or 2 sort of gallops under her belt leading into that, and she's a filly, although she might say you think, and I thought that she'd get out over a trip. She's probably showing me a little bit too much natural speed for that, and I would think that she's probably going to be kept to around the sprint to mile sort of distances. But her trial was terrific. She led, was taken on, and could have won the trial as she liked. So couldn't have been happier with the way that she performed on Tuesday.
Yeah, great to see her do that over the 800 metres. And she obviously stormed onto the scene last preparation. Have you penciled in what her aims may be this prep?
Not really. I'm not going to give her many runs. I'm only going to give her 1 or 2, maybe 3 runs, depending on how I'm going for time. Been held up with these trials, kept getting washed out and nothing put on. So I've been put back a couple of weeks with her. But, I still want to make sure I've got a mare that's fit and healthy for us to race during the Winter Carnival.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, nice to see some triallers performing during the week. Let's get into the preview. Eagle Farm on Saturday. We've already spoken about her, Vista Bell. She backs up in a Class 3 plate for the girls over the 1,200 metres. Lucky last race on a big 10 race card on Saturday. Obviously, this is a step up, but looks a nice sort of progression for her. And do you think Eagle Farm may suit?
Well, I think so. I mean, she handled Caloundra really well the other day. She got back and appreciated being able to let wind up into a race. She's probably not well placed at the weight conditions, the weight scale. They've all got set weights, 59 kilos and whatnot. The handicap conditions would have suited her a lot better. But having said that, she's only taking on the fillies and mares tomorrow. She's not taking on any boys, and she's in form. So, I think she'll race extremely well. I know she's going well. So, it just depends on what sort of luck she gets in running and where she gets to.
Okay, very good. And I believe you're going to make her one of your bets, $100 on the place in the Unibet punting league this week.
Yeah, and look, I wouldn't be surprised even if she won, but we'll err on the side of caution and go the place with her, and hopefully she can prove me wrong and win.
Very good. Well, good luck to connections there. And while we're there, mate, let's hear your other $100 bet in the Unibet punting league.
Oh, I mean, how can you go past Musk Crusader? He should have, in my opinion, he should have won the Everest. It was a terrific run. There's no doubt it was probably a PB for the horse, but he's been racing this way all prep. I feel he's an extremely exciting galloper, and I think he's near enough to Moral.
Moral, there you go. Okay, well, let's hope he jumps better than he did the other day. No doubt it'll be a heart in the mouth race, but he's an exciting horse, isn't he? So good luck. See if you can keep the winning run going in the Unibet punting league. All right, let's move on.
This way, if I was still riding, I'd like to be riding him. Put it that way.
Doesn't matter about the missed starts. You'd still be happy to be on board.
You don't worry about them, mate. You don't worry about them. The good horses make up for those.
Yeah, it was a huge run, wasn't it? So, well, good luck to everyone following Chris's best bets on Saturday. Let's move over to the Gold Coast program where 2 runners line up here. Reliable Ruby's entered for the Strong Bloodstock team in a Class 1 handicap over the 1,400 metres. She steps up in distance, which sort of looks to suit, I guess, after her 2 placings over a shorter trip this prep.
Yeah, well, Larry Cassidy was being keen on her over a trip. He believes that she'll appreciate getting up in distance. So you've got to respect what he says. Her work's been quite good since her last start. So really looking forward to getting her there to the races. She's a nice mare. She's honest mare. I mean, if you owned her, you wouldn't be too disappointed with her. She's picked up a check every time she's gone to the races, and I think she's only going to get better with time. She's still, in my opinion, 6 months away. I still think that she is physically immature, but having said that, she's got pretty good ability.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, good record, 3 starts for a win and 2 placings. So it's a good way to kick off her career. So good luck to Blake and the team from Strong Bloodstock with her on Saturday. The other run on the program is Euromantic for the Hancock's Bloodstock team here in a cutest 3-year-old benchmark 65 handicap, also over the 1400. And the horse is the last start winner, who's had 3 weeks between runs and drops back to provincial grade here after the win at Metro level last start.
Yeah, well, she's a cutest filly, and she'd had 2 quick runs put into her, only a week sort of separating her first start in the race to her maiden win. So I just thought it was only fair to give her a bit of time between runs. But the 1400, I feel, will suit. She'll roll forward. She's very healthy. She's very sound and fit. I'm sure that Tiffany Brooker will give her a good ride up on the speed somewhere. She doesn't necessarily have to lead, but she'll be on the bunny there for her somewhere, and I've got no doubt she'll give her a good ride.
Very good. Well, good luck to everyone involved. Similar story with Euromantic, isn't it? You know, a nice start to career, and fingers crossed can keep the momentum up this weekend. The other runner is True Story, lining up at Bow Desert on Saturday. She was a nice run on debut at the Gold Coast over the 900 and steps up to the 1100 metres here. Very
good run. Yeah, her first up effort was good, so she'll go to Bow Desert on Saturday. 1100 metres, I think, will suit her down to the ground with a bit of weight off for our apprentice Zach Spree to be able to take off. And she's got good competitive gate speeds, which will help her be right there on the bunny. And little short straight of Bow Desert should give her enough time to get her momentum going and hopefully win the race. So yeah, she's going quite well.
Very good. Well, another lightly raced horse there, and fingers crossed she can do another improved performance there. So, well, they're the runners for the weekend, mate. Obviously, an exciting time of year for everyone as we head into Melbourne Cup on Tuesday. So we'll stay tuned for your tips. Get into the form on Sunday, and we'll stay tuned for your Melbourne Cup tips that we'll send out on Monday.
Okay, mate. Good on you. Thanks, Adam.